Hi everyone. You want to be a water scientist? I do too. I'm ready to do some water experiments. And I thought who better to help us than Mr. Fish. He's here to help us today to do some activities with water. Thumbs up if you want to be a water scientist. Yeah, I do too. I've got my snorkel and my mask and I'm all ready to do some sink and float experiments. But before we do, I want to talk to you about being a scientist. See this piece of paper? I'm going to fold my paper in half. We've been talking about fractions in math, haven't we, and fair shares? Well, that's what I'm going to do with my paper. I'm going to make sure it's folded in half so that I have this nice line right down the middle. So I have half the paper here and half the paper here. And this is how you're going to record your experiment because you're going to do this at home. Super fun. On one side, you're going to put the thing that you want to try to sink and float. So I'm going to start with a dog ball. I'm going to draw the little dog ball there. It's got stripes on it. I'll show you that in a little bit. And I'm going to write the word ball. What do if I don't know how to spell the word ball? Kiss your brain. You're just going to stretch it out. Ball. There you go. You got it. So I'm going to write the word ball next to my picture. So when you do your activity, make sure you draw the picture of the ball and write the word ball. Now, we're going to see if the ball sinks or floats in the fish tank with Mr. Fish. So here we go. Here's my ball. I drew a picture of the ball and I wrote the word ball. But I'm going to think first. I'm going to make a prediction. Remember what we said a prediction was? A prediction was like a guess. I'm going to think, this ball, I can guess what I think is going to happen. I think this ball is going to float. But let's see what really happens. Let's test it out. Put on my goggles. Here we go. Ready? Hey, the ball is floating with Mr. Fish. See it? It's floating, just like it did with me in the canal. The ball is floating with Mr. Fish. All right, I'm going to take the ball out. Now let's try. Okay, so we said that the ball float. So there's my picture of a ball. There's my word ball. And now on this half of the paper, I'm going to record what happened. Did it sink or float? Well, it floats. So I can write the word float. O-O-T. Yep. If you don't know how to spell it, you can stretch it out. Or you can look back at my video and see how to spell the word float. So the ball floats. So when you go to record this week, you're going to make sure you draw your picture, write what it is that you're testing, and then tell what really happened on the other half of your paper. That's called your result. There's an organizer in the writing part that your parents can look at. But if you just want to make your own paper, that's good, because that's what I'm doing. I'm just making my own paper. I drew the picture, wrote the word, and I'm telling what really happened after I tested it out. Let's do another one. Let's try a toothbrush. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to sink or float? We're going to test it out, but because I'm a scientist, I'm going to draw my toothbrush right here. Put the little bristles on. Toothbrush. Ooh, that's a long word. How many syllables in toothbrush? Toothbrush. It has 2 syllables. I can stretch it out, and I know how to spell toothbrush, so I'm going to write it. But if you don't know, just stretch out the word. Toothbrush. So I have my picture
And my word.
Hey, it's time to test the toothbrush. What do you think? What are you going to predict? We're going to make a prediction. Does the toothbrush sink or float? I don't know. I'm really curious. I'm going to predict that it sinks, but I could be wrong. That's okay. I just don't know. We're going to have to test it out. Let's see. Let's really test it and find our result. Oh! Hey, the toothbrush is floating. It didn't sink like I thought it was going to, but that's okay. That's why I'm testing it to see what really happens. The toothbrush is floating. Look at that. Let me take it out of the water. And then I have to write my result on the other half of my paper. I'm going to write the word float again because that's what happened with the toothbrush. It floats. Okay? So, my next thing, let's go ahead and try this spoon. What do you think? Spoon. Now remember, I'm going back to my paper and I'm going to draw the spoon and then I'm going to write the word spoon. I can stretch it out if I don't know. Spoon. Yep, there we go. And I got to put my goggles on again, my scuba gear here. All right. Sink or float? Make a prediction. You know what? It feels pretty heavy. I'm going to use that in my prediction. I'm going to predict that this spoon sinks. We'll have to test it out to see. Ready? Here we go. Hi, Mr. Fish. Oh my goodness. That spoon sank right to the bottom. Just like I was thinking. I made a prediction and that's what happened. It sank in Mr. Fish's home in the fish tank. So now I have to record my result again. I'm not going to write float again because it didn't float. Now I'm going to write sink or ink. The spoon sinks or it. That's my result. A spoon will sink. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, I have a lemon. A lemon is kind of like a ball. So I can use that to help me predict. But it's tricky. The ball floated, right? But the ball is light. This lemon is pretty heavy. It's a tricky prediction. I don't know. What are you going to predict? I think because it feels heavy, I'm going to predict sink. But it's okay if I'm wrong because I'm testing it out and I'm really going to find out what happens. So let's say I'm going to predict that it's going to sink. All right, Mr. Fish, you ready? Here comes the lemon. Oops. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. I forgot as a scientist. I have to draw my lemon. On this half of my paper. There's my little funky lemon. And then I'm going to write the word lemon. Lemon. I drew my picture and I wrote the word lemon. And I'm predicting that my lemon is going to sink. But I don't know yet. We got to test it out. Here we go. Ready? Sink or float. What do you think, Gus? Let's go. Oh my goodness. Look at that lemon. Even though it was heavier than the ball, it's still floating. I was wrong about my prediction, and that's okay, because that's what scientists do. They think about what might happen, and they can make a guess about what might happen, and then they can test it out and see if it really happened or if something different happened. So I guessed that the lemon would sink. My prediction was it would sink, but it didn't sink. It was floating. So I have to write the word float again.
float. The lemon was floating. Yay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have one more thing to test because I want you to try 5 things. You don't have to try my 5 things. Try anything you have at home that you can put in water. You can do it in your bathtub. You can do it in just a tub of water, however you want to do it. You can do it in the sink. All right, I'm going to suit up. Oh, let's see. Should we do the quarter or the sunglasses? I think I'm going to try the quarter. Let's try the quarter. I'm going to draw the quarter. Here's my quarter. Quarters are worth 25 cents. I'm going to write that on my quarter so I know what it is. Oops. And I'm going to write the word quarter. Remember that funny sound qua? Yeah. Q and U are stuck like glue. Quarter. Quarter. I'm going to write the word. Oops. That's okay. Quarter. This is my quarter. It's worth 25 cents. And now I'm going to predict. Is it going to sink or float? What do you think? Make a prediction. The quarter. Sink or float? I think this quarter is going to sink. I do, because I'm just thinking about the spoon and the quarter's kind of heavy and small. I think it's probably going to sink, but let's give it a test, right? Let's try. And then we could record our result of this half of our paper. Let's go ahead. Ready? Oh, look, it went right to the bottom with the spoon. The quarter sank. It really went quickly down there, didn't it? It really dropped to the bottom fast. So on my result side, I'm going to write the word sink because my quarter sank to the bottom just like the spoon. They sink. Quarters sink. Fun. So I hope you'll try this at home with 5 items. Draw the picture, write the word, and then tell the result because you are a water scientist. Blah, 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 blah.